Hello and welcome to anyone and everyone who's decided to watch this video. Today, I'm rambling on again about what is very much becoming one of my favorite things in toys today, Blokees. Blokees Transformers with Wave 7, One Wave 2. More from the glorious movie of Transformers 1. Opening a new chapter in Transformers 1. That's great to hear because it seems like the movie studio won't. So, let's get on to talking about the toys. And we will start with the freemost why are these characters in the movie other than iconic? The Decepticons. Starscream, Soundwave, and Shockwave. Here they are, and all of them look a little bit weird compared to how they looked in the movie. Soundwave, he is not as spindly as he was in the movie. His torso is still kind of squished, but it was definitely a little bit more squished, and he had thinner, longer limbs, so he's a little bit more evenly proportioned here. And all of his silver bits are white, which gives him a much less Transformers 1 look, and more of an evergreen Soundwave look. And it's actually really nice. I really like it. I almost think I like it better than his actual design in the movie. Soundwave, definitely not one of my favorite TF1 designs. He is one of the ones that is basically the Bumblebee movie design modified, especially when it comes to his vehicle mode. The robot mode does deviate a good bit from the Bumblebee movie, thank goodness. But I like the changes made for this toy more than the final design in the movie. I think he's a fun figure. He doesn't really have anything special. There's no handguns or anything for him to use because he didn't have any in the movie. No cassettes. He didn't have them in the movie. His chest can still open up and reveal some sci-fi tech details. And yeah, he's got a big piece of clear plastic for his door, and it kind of hangs a little loose, unlike the G1 Soundwaves we've gotten from Blokees that fit right in there. I don't really know what this is about, if this is a common problem, or if it's just my copy. He still has the cool ball-jointed shoulder cannon that can move anywhere and not get in the way of his head, so that's pretty cool. He does have the yellow visor, and I like a Soundwave with a yellow visor, so it's pretty nice. Got the speakers in the shoulders. He's just another variant of Soundwave from Blokees, but I do enjoy him just because I'm a Soundwave fan, even though he is very inaccurate to his look in the film. Shockwave, also pretty inaccurate, I feel. He's a bit more puffy than he was in the movie, his torso. He's got a big cartoony feel to him in this style. He's like a big buff Soundwave, like feels like he belongs in a vintage cartoon, but he's all right. I have mixed feelings about this one. I like the shoulder pads built around the regular Blokees arm piece to give him slightly longer arms. I like the sculpting for the head. He's got like little wings folded onto his back. Shockwave has admittedly never been my favorite character. I've probably said this before, but he's all right. I do another thing for some reason on mine. The cannon likes to come off the peg a lot, but I do like this detail that I didn't notice in the movie of him having this like fuel canister for his gun, kind of mimicking the idea of his hose that went into his back on the original design. Since, for some reason, Shockwave is the only character whose gun needs a power source for some reason. Speaking of, he does have an alternate hand, so you can give him two if you wish, just like the other Blokees Shockwave, and this is kind of just becoming a thing more and more on Shockwave toys anyway, so if you're a fan of Shockwave with two hands, you can have that. We will stick with regular gun Shockwave, and also you may have noticed all three of these guys have their Decepticon symbols from the post-credit scene of the movie. I assume that must be like a Hasbro mandate or something. Maybe, maybe not. I don't agree with this decision since, you know, the majority of the movie they don't look like this, and I feel like it would be more fun to play or display TF1 styled stories from the world of that specific movie without these faction logos splattered all over the characters, but that's how it is. And Starscream, whose backpack likes to come off a lot. Overall, he's a pretty decent sculpt. He's a bit puffy as well, like Shockwave, but he doesn't look overly buff. I just feel like his head is a little sunken in to his body. He's got a nice silver detailing. He's probably maybe my least favorite of this wave. I don't know. He's not the most interesting, and I haven't pointed this out yet. There's a new style of waist rotation that gives them ball-jointed torsos, which nothing was wrong with the swivels they were going on before, but if they had to advance the articulation, I always believe that a ball-jointed torso is better than a hinge, so doing it ball-jointed is the way to go, and I'm glad Blokees did it. Also, there's like a little hinge on his cockpit to kind of give him better clearance for going everywhere, and Shockwave and Soundwave have those too. Starscream just has 2 holes in his back that you can plug the wings back into, and you can kind of see that they don't go in all the way because of the way his torso is shaped, so they're getting pushed. Soundwave has the holes too, but I've tried putting the wings on him. They don't really stay in. I've tried putting a couple of things in there, and they don't stay in unless it's like you want to take a gun from another figure and store it. But like backpacks like this, they don't stay too well. He's got Starscream. He's got his null rays on ball joints, so you can aim them any which way you want. All these figures, like Blokees, come with options of fists or splayed out hands, and I was just going with the splayed out hands for all these guys. Feels right. A nice little shade of gray for Starscream's face. I don't know what that thing is on his cockpit. Looks a little weird, that detailing. I do like the little grilled engines in his chest, though. That's an overlay of the plastic of his inner torso and this red piece clipping on, so that's a pretty cool detail. Yeah. Overall, I like the Soundwave. I like all of these figures, how they were done. It's just Starscream's backpack keeps falling off, so he's definitely the weakest. Soundwave is definitely my favorite of the set, but like these 3 I wasn't too excited for. They definitely were not the reason I bought this wave. Now, enough with these Decepticons, though. We got new cogless bots! Yes! My favorite thing from TF1 Blokees is giving us our cute little cogless guys. I love them. We got a new addition here with D16, and he has the same waist thingy here, so he is more unique than the other cogless guys, but he does have that same little pistol that they all have. He's got his gray Megatron comic books, Marvel Comics bucket head. He's got the red inner arms popped off that shoulder. He's got his smooth shoulders with these gray pieces. He's got his Megatronus sticker decal, although actually that's not the Megatronus face detail he had in the movie. That's just a Decepticon logo. Oh well, I guess it's close enough. Got his nice yellow eyes, cute little face. I'm sure this guy's not gonna become a problem or anything. You can see his cogless chest. He's got his little, I guess it's like a nameplate thing, or his minor ranking. A lot of nice printed detail all over for this torso, actually. His black legs. I like this Megatron D16 a lot. It's really nice. Here he is next to Orion from the last wave, just to see the best friends together. The bestest friends. Nothing's ever going to come between them. And yeah, he's simple. He's fun. He's just another cogless boy, and that's what I love about TF1 Blokees, is these cogless boys. Speaking of cogless boys, though, we also have a cogless girl with Alita 1, our first lady in the regular Blokees line, since we had the cogged Alita and the Rise of the Beast RC in the classic class. But we finally have done a lady character in regular Blokees form, and it is interesting. It is obviously very, very, very different. Basically all original parts, all unique and very unique to her specific design, since the TF1 designs are more complicated. So probably no parts reuse here, except for maybe like these inner disc parts for her knees. I could also see them maybe reusing these thighs because they have some details, but like they're generic enough. They could like use those for a G1RC, and like probably the whole actually lower body and crotch section just change the printing. So like all of this could be reused for future female characters in Transformers, but like this and these lower legs are obviously unique for this Alita design. And yeah, it's cool. It's cogless Alita. I like Alita's design in this movie. Honestly, I think I might like her cogless design more than her cogged one, just because she looks a little more like G1 Alita 1. And what I mean by that, because I am always a bit critical, especially nowadays, of how too much G1 nostalgia focused Transformers has become. Well, TF1 was a very G1 feeling movie, not necessarily in terms of its tone, but its like visual style, because every character except for Sentinel, even though Sentinel is in the G1 comics, is a G1 character. It's like very G1 based, and I find it weird that Alita looks more like her G1 design cogless than when she's cogged. And the one thing I do think should stay consistent with Transformers characters over their designs, whether they want to go for nostalgia or not, is if they are meant to be an old character, keep the head design. And Alita loses her antennas and a lot of her iconic look when she gets cogged. I still like cogged Alita, but I do think I prefer her cogless design in general. So I am glad to have this one as a Blokees. And yeah, she's pretty cool. She does not have the lower ball joint here in the waist, but instead she has it up here. And sometimes it looks a little weird. You can see the whole gappage from it, but it works. She also has to have the copywriting of the title of the movie and being owned by Hasbro on her back. I mean, the inner bodies for all the Transformers Blokees have that, but like the armor piece normally cover it up. But because of Alita's slimmer, more sleek design, it's exposed. So that'll probably be a running thing for other female characters in Blokees if we get them. Also, yes, they did give her a butt for some reason, even though they don't do that for any of the other characters. And also, she has a jetpack, so does D. I didn't really mention it with him, but yeah, it's basically the same. It's shared parts. They go on two pegs like the ones Soundwave and Starscream have. But again, Soundwave, for some reason, I've tried putting the jetpacks on him and they don't really fit in that well. As for Alita's other details, she also has the little yellow crest thing. She's got nice purplish, bluish printing on her. Her knee pads are on ball joints, which is not my favorite thing about her. That's honestly probably my least favorite thing. I kind of wish they were just part of her lower leg, because if you bend her knee, which she does have double jointed knees, I feel like it'd be better if the knee pad stayed here, but it doesn't. Ball jointed feet. She's got a little bit of a pivot here for her shoulder pads to let her move all the way. Joints at the elbows. She does have ball jointed wrists, but they're a little bit tight on mine. And also, she doesn't come with the same gun all the other cogless people have. It's a little tight getting it in, but I don't think it's like breaking the plastic at all. I don't know why it would, but it does kind of get like caught a little bit. I don't like this ribbing here kind of gets caught on something in her hand. I don't know what, but you can give her accessories just fine. And she did come with one of those robo deers that was in the movie running around on Cybertron. Were they actually this small compared to the robots in the movie? Nah, they stood away from them all the time. But it's a fun little accessory to have. Overall, I'm very happy with this Alita figure, though. She is probably my favorite in the wave. And, oh, one more thing. Her phi swivels, which she is the first TF1 Galaxy Blocky to have a phi swivel. I know the next wave has it for everyone. They were kind of tight at first. They've gotten looser. Well, this one's still kind of tight, as you can see, because I'm pulling her leg off. I'm sure that'll loosen up with time. I don't really feel like I need that movement, but at the same time, now that she has double jointed knees, she can't swivel there like all the other single jointed guys do, so phi swivel is the best replacement for that. Overall, I am definitely the most impressed with her, and she is probably easily my favorite of the wave because I like some cogless, blocky characters, and it's cool to see Alita 1, and I feel like she's a good sign for the future of Blokees. So next up, we will go with Alpha Trion, another really interesting one to see. The first Alpha Trion in Blokees. Will we get another one anytime soon? I don't know. He's also got an interesting one because he has the unique ball-like torso that gives him a bit of a hunchback. He's got his Alpha Trion-y head. I kind of wish there was more detail printed onto it because I feel like some of his facial features are kind of lost here. I don't know, kind of colored in the bottom half of it a bit. Also, maybe the rest of it, since it's only on the front. So that's kind of annoying, but I do enjoy this figure. I think he benefits really well from this extra articulation with his ball of a body, and he has like his lion tail sword thing that he can use to slash around people. So he's one of the more simple ones of the set, but I mean, he's a fun one anyway, because he's Alpha Trion. Does this mean we'll get all of the 13 in regular Blokees? I know we're getting Megatronus in Classic Class, which apparently I was wrong. Classic Class is still being a thing, and Champion is just what they're called overseas in their original releases in China or whatever. Toy names, they're confusing. And yeah, he's definitely one of the simplest of the wave, but I do enjoy him. I almost feel like maybe it would be a waste of time to give us the rest of the primes at this scale, but Alpha Trion is like the one who was still alive for a little bit in the movie, so he was a nice one to see, and I do enjoy him. I definitely like him more than the cons in the back, but like he's definitely not the standout for me. Now next, we will get to Bumblebee. And yeah, he is Bumblebee. He is nice, bright, and yellow. And what is going on here? So, when I was building Bumblebee, I was trying to put the head together to finish things off, and I was like, huh, that's weird. Why is the back of the head slightly larger than the front of the head? Why is it a slightly different shade of yellow? Why does it not look like the back of the headpiece in the instructions? So I did some investigating, and this is not the piece of this Bumblebee. This is the back headpiece to Cogless Bumblebee from Wave 5. The factory screwed up for a copy of Cogged Bumblebee, and that wound up being my copy, which makes me think there must be a Cogless Bumblebee somewhere that has the back head of a Cogged Bumblebee. I have been informed that apparently if I contact Blokees, they should send me a replacement piece. Doesn't say that anywhere on their website. I also didn't buy this on their website. I did buy it through Big Bad Toy Store, so I don't know if that'll be a problem. But I'll try. I'll contact them and see what happens. Be cool if I get a replacement piece. I will understand it, but be annoyed if I don't. Speaking of his head, he does come with alternate faces, his battle mask and his regular face. And in place of his hands, I mean, he does come with all 4 of the regular Blokees hands, but you can give him his hand cannon, so he can shoot. And he does have his stinger, which is gigantic on this one. It is like a full-fledged sword on this figure, as opposed to the actual movie where they were more dagger-like. But no, it's like a full-fledged sword at this scale. It's bigger than it was on the classic class one. It's pretty funny. And I do like this Bumblebee. I keep getting more and more into the TF1 Bumblebee design the more toys I get of him. Still not my favorite Bumblebee design ever. It feels more generic than a lot of them do, and it is, again, one of those ones that is basically a modified version of the Bumblebee movie design, which will always rub me the wrong way. But I don't know. I've been growing more and more for this Bumblebee design. It'll definitely not be my new favorite Bumblebee design, but I'm getting more okay with it. He does have his roof piece backpack here. He's got a little spinal detail in his back. That's actually pretty cool. He's got like very similar articulated feet to the various Bumblebees, both TF1 and not TF1 in the Blokees line. So I'm very upset about my missing half head. I'm definitely going to see if I can get that replacement, but I do still think this is a fun Bumblebee figure. Just kind of upset that I don't have a complete one. So, Orion. We gotta have an Optimus in every Blokees wave, apparently. And, well, there was only one Optimus design from TF1 we haven't gotten yet. And that is, of course, cogged Orion packs. We had cogless, and we had full Optimus Prime. So we had to get a cogged Orion. And, yeah, he's pretty neat. You can see the evolution very well here. He has his truck front, but for some reason the window is shrunken down and closed in like it ate itself or something. His smokestacks shrink in his arms for this mode, apparently. Okay. And yeah, let's get these 2 out of the way. He's got, actually, let's bring this one back. Jeez. He's still got somewhat metallic paint for his silver parts, but it's not as yellowy as it was on the Prime release. So, yeah, now we can put that one away. No paint missing on the one on the leg like there was on my cogless Orion. But, yeah, he's a fun figure. He's just, there's not that much to say about him. He has Orion packs. He is slightly different from the other Orion packs in the Optimus. You know what you're getting there. I do like this head design, very, very aesthetically similar to IDW Orion, which also has a Blokees figure that I will be building that wave next. So will be interesting to see the comparison of these two, because it's like, what if Orion Pax really was just a baby Optimus Prime, which is a nice to see aesthetic. And my favorite thing about this figure is that he comes with the auger saw thing for mining. He should technically come with 2 of them because of how he was done in the movie, but he just has the one. And something I haven't mentioned yet, and Bumblebee has this too, they fixed the port placement for some of these figures. All of the other ones except Alita, because she doesn't have the normal arms, still have the Wave 5 Blokees TF1 arms where the ports are on the bottom for some reason. But Orion and Bumblebee have them at the right spot on the outside areas of them, so they can use them correctly. And that's how he's supposed to hold this buzzsaw, where there's a peg that goes into his arm, and then the handle is a separate piece that he holds in his hand. And we're actually going to take off his hand, because he comes with a special bonus accessory. Whoops. And I didn't even realize he was going to come with this, because I never saw it advertised or posted by anybody who got this wave before I did. He's got the Matrix of Leadership. That's obviously what this is. You know what this is. You're a Transformers fan. If you're watching this, you know what it is. And I don't know if this is a unique mold for this release, or if it's reused from that Shining Wave 1 Optimus that I never got. But it's a Matrix of Leadership. It tabs into the open hands, so he can hold it. It's nice, it's big, it's out of scale. He can actually hold it, unlike all those freaking Hasbro Optimus Primes that come with Matrixes for no reason that they can't hold. And it's big and yellow because it's clearly on the same molding piece as the buzzsaw, but that's fine. It's an interesting accessory. I'm shocked that he came with it, but I kind of like that he has it, and it can be used with any figure since they've all got these hands, except Alita. Can she hold this? No, she cannot. So you can give it to other characters. See, D can hold it too. He can have it. So that's a thing. But I am mostly going to have Orion, Cogged Orion, have his little auging buzzsaw mining equipment thing so that he can rise up and lead the Cogless Rebellion against Sentinel's evil regime. Just because I like this accessory and it's more unique for an Optimus Prime. And another figure, the final figure of this wave I haven't shown off yet, and it's pretty obvious why I haven't at this point, is Megatron. And yes, I got the chase, my first Transformers Blokees chase. I've gotten 2 Ultraman chases before, but this is my first time getting the Transformers one. And it's pretty neat. It's Megatron in his final form, proper Megatron-ish, no D16 here. But that said, he does have, I would honestly feel like he's got more of a baby face than a baby Megs over here. He looks younger, but I still think he looks cool. This is what Blokees keeps calling the hidden style for their unique designs for chase figures, where it's just a metallic figure that's meant to look cool. And I mean, it's not that different from actual Transformers 1 Megatron. It's just he's got a bit of a pearlescent purple put into his armor. He's got these extra shiny chromish silver bits painted all over him, and his legs are flat out purple instead of black. Also, his cannon is now partly translucent, so it looks like he's been firing it a bunch. His other gun here also has a little paint there to show that he's been firing it a bunch. And he comes with his Decepticon symbol brander from the post-credit scene, but it is gigantic. The dogs are running around making noise. Don't know if people can hear that. They're fine. They're just excited over nothing. And yeah, he's got all his details from the movie. He's got his little red things that clip onto his chest, just like they did with Cogged D from the first wave. He's got his backpack, which is obviously his tank turret, like he did in the movie. He has his proper free-barreled cannon that he does when he's full-on Megatron, and the Studio Series didn't give him that. I know why they didn't, because where does his tank cannon go? Because this isn't his cannon in tank mode, even after he becomes full Megatron. So I get it. He also has his Decepticon symbol. I get it for the chase version because he comes with the brander. It'd be cool if the regular version didn't have the logo, but it still does. He's got a little yellow painted onto his toes. That's an interesting detail. He's a fun little Megatron. He's got a nice set piece. He's also got some little metallic purple sheen. It's more subtle on his darker gray bits. Also, his inner arm parts are purple too, so that's another interesting little touch. I do think he's a nice looking figure. Is he my favorite of the set? No, it's Alita. I'm pretty sure I already said it was Alita. But I do really like this Megatron. I think it's cool to have gotten the Chase Megatron, and I am happy to have it. I love this stupid oversized Decepticon brander. He also comes with a cog. I think this is technically supposed to be the Megatronus cog. Oops. Even though if he looks like this, then doesn't he have the Megatronus cog? Whatever, it doesn't really matter that much. He can't really hold it. You could like rest it in an opened hand, I guess, but it's a piece to have. I'm really just gonna throw it in a bag and forget about it. But yeah, overall it's a pretty good wave. let's get our Megatrons compared actually pretty quick with the Cogless and the Cog from the first wave, and oh god, it's so much better having the cannons on the arms correctly than this D. I really was not the biggest fan of this version of D, but something I am wondering, mostly because we now have a Cogless Elita 1 in regular blocky style, but not a cogged version, so we don't technically have the full cast completed at this scale. Will we get a third TF1 wave in regular blockies? And part of me almost thinks they will do it just because they can use the excuse of this new articulation to redo some characters. That said, if they do redo characters, I hope they'll only redo 2 of them, and that is these 2, because they have to do an Optimus in every wave, and even though I really like this Optimus, he did remove his mask, so we got a face-revealed Optimus Prime, so that can count as a 4th variant of Optimus to put in another wave. And they gotta redo this D. I hate these cannons being in the wrong spot, and the fact that he has both the sticker, which on this one actually is the Megatronus face, and the scarred face on his chest. He should not have both. So do him with the new articulation and the cannons on the right spot if there's going to be a third Transformers 1 wave. And I would prefer him to have the sticker and no chest scars, but if they want to do no sticker and chest scars, that's fine. And then, like, have Cogged Elita, have Arachnid, and then have the rest maybe be my Cogless boys, so I can get more Cogless boys, like Ratchet and Sideswipe, Jazz. Jazz would be a good one, because he technically has a proper role in the movie. He's more than just a cameo, even if his role was very small. They'll probably do the gold tracker in form of Death Track as another Death Tracker repaint. But if they do another TF1 wave, I want more of the Cogless guys. At least 3 more of my Cogless guys. Well, let's get these 2 out of here. Yeah, overall, I am happy with this wave. Maybe not my favorite Blockies wave from Transformers. Definitely not my favorite. I got really unlucky with this Bumblebee, but lucky with this Megatron. I hope I can get that replacement part for Bumblebee. I love Elita. I'm happy for what she represents, like I said before. But yeah, it's still a fun wave overall. Not my favorite wave that has come from Blockies. I don't even know if it's my favorite of the 2 Transformers 1 waves we've gotten. I just really like some of these figures, especially Elita. But it's still a good wave, because Blockies is just a really good toy line. So, yeah, I've definitely rambled on enough. Thank you all for watching, and see you guys around.
Hey y'all, it's your Radman Blaster here to let you know that this channel is where you want to go for some cool vids. You dig? And if you do, then you should subscribe so you can know the latest going on. Catch you on the flip side.